So today we're in Myeong-dong and I'm really excited. It's the place you want to come for if you want to get some great food and some great shopping. And the thing is, it's all fun and it's not fussy at all. So let's go check out some awesome street stalls, some mom and pop shops, and some hole-in-the-wall joints. So this is bokki. It's sort of like a crispy caramel. I haven't had this since I was a kid and it's just as good as I remember it. It tastes like sunshine, and lemonade is just so cool and refreshing on a hot day like this. So if you ever had the problem of wanting to eat an entire fried potato on a stick while walking down the street, this is the solution to your problems. So we're just outside Myeong-dong, and this whole street is lined with places like this, where you can get your fish grilled here right on the street. And I know I've been eating all day, but I'm starving just with this delicious smell in the air. Pork, yes, it's a sea snail, it's a whelk. But you know what? So is abalone and so is conch, and everyone loves those. This stuff is delicious, trust me. I'm gonna have a bite. God, that's good. Goes great with beer too. So Tunse Ramen has been here since the 80s, and you can tell it's beloved because just look at all the notes that customers have left over the years. They've got a couple of unique takes, but what I've chosen to order is their kodanyeon. This is the perfect thing for such a hot day. Now that's refreshing. When most people think of Myeong-dong, they think of this place. It's called Myeong-dong-gyoda, and they're famous for their kalguksu, which are hand-cut noodles, mandu, which are these steamed dumplings. Let's take a look, shall we? Oh, now, these are fantastic. It's so good. You can get mandu, in a frozen pack or it's from any other old place, but these are special. They're just right. So right now I'm in Mapo-gu, and here they specialize in palace cuisine. And I have to say, I really do feel like a king sitting here. Really colorful, and their specialty is the Jeonju bibimbap. So let's take a taste. This bibimbap in Jeonju style, and you can really taste the difference. It's really good. So today we're here in Mapo-gu in Seoul, and we're at the markets at Gwangmyeong. And here it's a fantastic place to spend the day because it's great for people watching. You got some of the freshest ingredients and some awesome street food made with said fresh ingredients. I'm done talking now. Let's go eat. All right, so when I first started my career, I was at the Chunghyeon station. We were at this hotel here in Korea, and we'd have to make hundreds of these a day. They've invited me back here to make some, so let's see if I still got it. All right, so the definition of chun is actually fantastically broad. It can really mean anything: meat, vegetables, fish that's been dredged in flour, or it's in a batter made from flour, and then that's cooked in oil, whether it be on a griddle, on a fry pan, or in a deep fryer. Now, so chun can be either eaten hot or at room temperature. It can be an everyday food or be served on special occasions or holidays. All it means at the end of the day is that it's delicious, it's something that everyone here in Korea loves, and it's something that everyone grows up with. But enough of me, let's taste the food. So this guy right here, this is himulpajeon, literally translates to seafood green onion chun. And as you can guess, those are the two main ingredients here. Here we got a little bit of shrimp, some squid, some oyster. It's definitely a favorite, and it's one that goes really well with a couple of drinks as well. All right, so what I have in front of me is jokbal. It's a pig's foot, or if you want to get a euphemistic about it, a pig's knuckle. Here in Korea, it's braised in a soy sauce-based braising liquid, and it's perfumed with all sorts of great spices. Now, the pig's foot, it's braised low and slow, so it's got a great texture on the inside, the meat, and the skin gets this great, chewy, wonderful texture to it. They're going to show me how to slice it up and present it. Can't wait, because it's one of my favorite meals. All right, so as you can see, there are tons of delicious little nooks and crannies in the pig's foot. The important thing is that you get them all. You don't waste a single bit of that delicious meat, and that you slice it thinly, arrange it beautifully, so it looks delicious. You just get so many different flavors of the pork itself, of the spices they use to braise it in. God, I love this stuff. I really do. I could eat it all day long. Now we're about to sit down at a traditional Korean barbecue. Now, barbecue isn't, of course, the accurate word for what we're doing. What we're doing is grilling, but all the same. Today we're doing pork. It's pork skin. We have moksal, which is the neck meat, and we have some ribs that have been marinated in some awesome sauce. I just got so wrapped up in how delicious that was, I completely forgot to try to figure out what those secret ingredients were. I think I need another taste. So we're here at the Myeong-dong train station, and it's a great example of how much this area has changed. The image has always been a little dated, but now it's revitalized itself as someplace modern and new. So we're standing here in Myeong-dong Times Square, and this place is enormous. I mean, it's got everything. Everything from luxury boutiques to a movie theater to a bookstore. And I can't stress this enough, this place is gigantic. You know, I've got my popcorn now, so let's go choose a movie to watch. Doesn't that look like fun? You know, it's really not important to get away, but sometimes you don't have to leave the city. Sometimes you can just stop into a place like this and get away from it all just for a few minutes. So today we're at Minimi, a seafood place that specializes in the freshest seafood, but with one important twist. You can catch what you eat. Not only does this look fresh, I know it is because I caught it myself. So this fish here, it's rockfish done in the style of 탕수육, or Chinese style sweet and sour pork. And I gotta say, really successful in its translation.
says you need to be in a big city to have fun? Today I'm in Gwangmyeong City in Gyeonggi Province, and I'm here to show you that there's a great time to be had no matter where you go. After spending the day with me, I'm sure you'll see it my way. So let's go.
So this morning I'm at the Gwangmyeong KTX Station, and guys, this is not your average train station. First off, this platform, it's huge, it's wide open, it's airy, it's not like other train stations where it can be a little claustrophobic. And this place is also, the inside, it's got interior details that kind of mirror Hanok or traditional Korean housing. And they've also got a digital gallery as well. So I'm at the Chunghyeon Museum right now, and it's centered around Confucian scholars during the Joseon Dynasty. And as for the area itself, these buildings are actually part of a private residence from a former prime minister during the Joseon Dynasty. So sometimes when you go to a palace, you get the sense that it could have just been constructed the day before. It's brand new, but here it feels like it's been standing here this entire time. You definitely get the sense of history coming here. One of my favorite places to go whenever I travel are the markets, and right now I'm at the Gwangmyeong Traditional Market, and this place is enormous. There are nearly 400 stalls here. It's a great place to find a delicious dish, some of the freshest produce, a bargain or two, and then spend the rest of the afternoon people watching. You know, it's the perfect thing for a late winter's chilly day. Take a look. Let's get some. Just taste it. It's warm, sizzling hot, right from the griddle. It's delicious. I'm gonna finish this. So this is it's fish that's been turned into, you can call it sausage, you can call it a cake, whatever you want to call it. It's delicious, and it's something that every Korean grows up with. And you know what? After I finish this one, I'm probably going to order another one. The thing with a lot of chicken that's been sauced is that it lacks that crunch, but this one, it's got it, and it's delicious. Whew. And they weren't kidding about it being spicy. So this is the area around Hongik University, otherwise known as Hongdae. And it's this great area where there's a ton of shopping, fantastic restaurants, and Hongik University itself is an art school, so this whole area has really young, unique vibe to it. But what's really known for is its nightlife. So when the sun goes down, that's when the crazies come out. All right, so I'm at Minimi, and they're famous for their Korean street food, particularly tteokbokki, which is this kind of sweet and spicy rice cake dish, and they've got these awesome fried items. All right, so this place is famous for their fried shrimp, and take a look at this. It's crazy. I mean, I don't know if you can hear this, but that's crispiness right there. All right, so I'm in front of Su Noraebang, and first off, this is not your daddy's Noraebang. This place is huge. I mean, take a look up there. There are these windows. You can actually look out onto the street while you and your friends are singing. And there's like ice cream machines, popcorn. You can have a blast here while singing the night away. So one way to keep the party going here in Hongdae, these little to-go cocktails in a little bag. Cheers. All right, so we're here at FF, and it's practically a Hongdae institution. All the best local bands come through here. They've got a great DJ, the vibe is awesome, and they've got an incredible bar as well. So we're here at Starry Night, and they're a bar that specializes in old school records, particularly the 70s and the 80s. Their LP stacks are huge. I think it's a perfect place to stop for a drink. So we're here at Lucky Strike, and it's right on the outside of Hongdae. And it might be a tiny little place, but you know what? It's got a ton of charm, and it's a perfect place to wind down the day. Cheers, man. See, Hongdae is actually one of my favorite neighborhoods. There's something about the area. People are doing their own thing. The drinks, they flow freely. The music's fantastic. But you know what? I think it's time to go home. Do it to it? Let's do it. Let's do it. So this is Hummus Kitchen out in Hannam-dong. And when you walk in, it's got this fantastic modern Middle Eastern inspired decor. So a lot of gold, but at the same time, it's very clean and modern at the same time. Now, what we have in front of me, we have a couple of Middle Eastern classics that have been tweaked. On this side, we have falafel. For our Korean viewers, what we can describe falafel as, think of it as a Middle Eastern 빈대떡 or 녹두전. It's seriously one of the healthiest fried dishes you can have out there. Inside is packed with nothing but good things. You have chickpeas, you have parsley, so it'll beat the pants off of any French fry in the nutrition department. And then of course, hummus as well. It's got the chickpeas ground up in there, it's got the tahini, which is sesame seed based, and again, nothing but good stuff. All right, so over here we have a pita. This flatbread, so it's got the pita base, and then it has hummus spread all over it. And then you have all those traditional Mediterranean flavors, a little tomato, a little parsley, a little bit of olive oil drizzled on top, some almond. And then it's given the addition of avocado, so it's almost lightened up with a little bit of a California cuisine touch. I'm looking forward to this one. I could eat this all day long. And I really could, because it's full of so much good stuff that I could eat this all day long and not feel bad about it. And I don't.
Today, or rather should I say tonight, we're exploring Seoul's nightlife. It really is a city that just never stops going. There's always something to do. So come with me as we explore the city after dark.
So I've seen these brightly colored boats on the river before, but I never really quite knew what they were. It turns out they're Han River cruises, and I'm kicking myself for not being on one of these earlier because hands down, the river is my favorite part of the city. And you know what? You know, brightly colored lights, cold winds aside, it's pretty wonderful.
Who says you can't have some good clean fun after the sun goes down, especially for the kids? As part of this cruise, not only do they get to learn how to bake these red bean buns, but they also get treated to a show.
All right, so the great thing about a Flair bar is not only do you get to unwind with a drink, you get a show at the same time. So here at Bar Pro in Chunghyeon, you get exactly that. But the real reason to come, they have a menu of unlimited bottomless drinks. And they're good.
Dongdaemun probably has to be one of Seoul's best-known destinations, and that's because it's on the cutting edge of street fashion and street food as well. And those in the know, they'll tell you, you gotta go there after dark.
So I'm finishing up the night here at the Drunken Cat. It's one of these great neighborhood joints. It's got this warm atmosphere. It's fantastic because you come here when you want one last drink, bite of food, and you just don't want the night to end. So I think I found the perfect place for tonight. It's called 오징어 청춘, and just walking through the door, it's cozy, it's inviting, it's got this killer view. So I've called some friends, and I think we're gonna hole up here for a couple of hours because you know what? On a rainy summer night like this, come on. So this all looks fantastic. This place, it's renowned for their freshness of the seafood. So I'm gonna try their raw sliced cuttlefish first because, you know, tried at its purest. You know, seafood, when it's really fresh, it shouldn't taste fishy at all. This just tastes like a clean bite of the sea.